Well, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know you probably got a busy day. So the way I like to wrap up the episode is with a segment called Guided Conclusions. And that question can be anything that we did not talk about prior to recording. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, cool. What's your favorite? No, I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna do a better one because you mentioned this in the beginning of the episode, but you said that you're kind of scared for 2024. So I want to know, what do you see the future looking like, and what scares you most?
The future, the part that scares me the most is the dollar depreciating. That is
Hmm.
my biggest fear, is if the US dollar loses its world reserve currency status. Now that's like a doomsday kind of mentality.
Yeah.
And so how I guide against that is that I try to like be more rational around like the facts, right? Like I do believe with a decent amount of conviction that in my lifetime, I'm 35 now, in my lifetime, the US, the country, is going to lose its status as the number one superpower. I'm pretty like sure of that happening.
You
And
think
so
China will take over?
100%, China is going to be much more successful for a number of reasons. And I just see it as a matter of time before the power axis shifts. This is
Hmm.
inevitable. In
Hmm.
history, this happens, and this is the time. Like, I'm going to see it in my lifetime before I die. So, what I'm trying to do is in the short term, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen in the next 10 years. It might take a generation. So I got plenty of time. I got plenty of time to like get my money, get everything sorted out, get my cash liquid so that I can eventually probably like as things progress, I'll have more control over what I should do next.
You
But
like, China? Can I get my citizenship back, please?
I'm more looking at Singapore. I think
Uh,
a lot of countries are looking for successful, wealthy people from other countries to get them to immigrate.
yeah.
Right. So my view is like, that's what I'm interested. I'm interested in making myself a very desirable immigrant. And I want other countries to take interest in me and my family.
Yeah, yeah.
Just show up with our little bag and be ready to get, so that's kind of what I'm thinking, which is very much doomsday.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that it never happens, but I have a feeling it will happen. And you just have to be prepared not to have the rug ripped from under you.
Yeah.
Um, and even so, if you choose to stay in America, how are you going to play the game?
Yeah.
Are you going to do like, am I going to send my kid to a school down the street? Probably not. I'm probably going to homeschool them.
Yeah.
Like it's just like doing the game differently because I just don't want the same. I don't like what I'm seeing. I don't like the stuff I'm seeing. I don't like a lot of the issues that are happening. And I want to make sure my children are going to be prepared in the future. I don't know what that's going to look like, and we'll see how that goes. But it's just like, don't get too comfortable with the status quo
Yeah.
because in today's age, things change at an astronomically fast pace. Like if the dollar loses value, you saw that happen. The speed of information is at such a high pace that it won't take like if shit unravels, it won't be like 20, 40 years. It
Yeah.
will be like 5 years. Like
Yeah.
the timelines are shrinking because information is traveling at a faster pace. And when there's massive panic and people are just like leaving, you can't contain that. Like
Yeah.
people are going to get out, right?
Yeah.
Like what happened to Nazi Germany? Like here, first of all, it's possible. And secondly, you're not going to have like people aren't going to be questioning should they leave Nazi Germany. They're going to be leaving right away.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the fast pace of information transfer isn't what it was before. And the
Yeah.
price that people have for location is not as serious. Like if you look at patriotism, people are being survivalists right now. If I need to move to a different country to have a better life, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I
No,
think,
my wife is literally every day sends me TikToks saying why we should move to Portugal.
oh,
She,
great.
she wants. I'm like, I am not financially ready to move to Portugal, and my business, like I would have no business over there.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
like, but I will entertain it though. Like so
Yeah.
once we save up some stuff,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
So if the government changes their approach to like business and how they work with small business people like you and me.
Yeah.
If we see that the government is making our lives better and that our tax dollars are actually going towards value, then we'll stay. Because you're going to do whatever's best for you. And right now, it makes sense to stay here and invest here for the next decade or two.
Yeah.
But should things start changing in the next election cycle, should 2016 repeat itself, I don't know how much of that I want to take.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's going to help me if all of a sudden, all these social ills are threatening my daily existence.
Yeah.
So
I'm so done with presidents now. Like, I don't even want to pick anymore. I just like, you know what I mean? I'm like, we need a new structure or something, but